I'm here to teach and comfort people. Because Jah put I yourself to do the work there.
Please help me welcome the silky voice, the Manchesterian, the young, fresh Rasta man. Here comes Garnet! Garnett Silk!
So remember wherever you go, keep the Almighty within.
Blessed my people, welcome back. You see me? Especially to the true lovers of reggae music, you know what I mean? As also dancehall music. Today people, we're gonna talk a bit about the death of Garnett Silk, you know what I mean? Garnett Silk is a legendary reggae singer who lost his life under very tragic circumstances, you know what I mean? I previously did a video on this topic, you know what I mean? But now I have some further information for you all, because you know we have to always be researching, you know what I mean, and trying to get more and more information, because at the end of the day we're trying to find closure, you know what I mean, people, because Garnett Silk died under very suspicious circumstances. You know, back then technology was not as advanced as it is now, so you know, unscrupulous persons around him could have gotten rid of Garnett Silk, you know what I mean, set him up and so on and so forth. And because of how suspicious it sounds, you know, people, we keep on trying to get more and more information as it relates to how the legendary singer came to his demise, you know what I mean, robbing the lovers of reggae music, because you know people really enjoyed the performance of Garnett Silk, the message that he put in his music, you know what I mean, and the quality of his music, the power of his voice was silenced by unscrupulous persons who claim to be friends.
Now without you we're empty. Let's stop with the mercy, Jah, yeah. Let Jah be praised. Let Jah be praised.
So peeps, for those who are not familiar with Garnett Silk's story, I'll give you a quick rundown, okay? So Garnett Silk is originally from a district in Mandeville, Manchester. However, after he got a break in the music industry, you know, the opportunities to record was in Kingston. Most of that was in Kingston. Garnett Silk relocated to Kingston, where he could easily have access to the opportunities to record his music. However, Garnett Silk had swore that he was not going to go back to the community where he is from in Mandeville, because he was having issues with some family members. You know, people always over expect from you. People are trying to use them head by you, and when they decide to say nah, take use no more, them say ungrateful, them say you're selfish, them say you sell out, them say all kind of things about you. As a result of all of those insults, you know what I mean, to avoid problem, Garnett Silk decided that he was not going back to his community where he is from, you know what I mean. Garnett Silk take oath, say him rather die before him go back to that community. But however, Garnett Silk's mother was still living in that community. You know, his mother's name is Edgar Gray. You know, old people don't really like to leave them area where them come from to go and start all over again, to meet new people and to basically start over life. So you know, old people normally like to stay in the community where they are from, because they know Master John down there, so they know Master Storm down there, so they won't feel so lonely, you know what I mean, people. So as a result of that, you know what I mean, Garnett Silk mother never really interested to leave the community. So you know, say him get a break in the music and him thing a go on. So Garnett Silk a try to build his mother a house. At that time she was living in a small concrete structure. You know, Garnett Silk a try to add on some more room on the house to make his mother comfortable. So you know, Garnett Silk out of the area, and you know, the house a work pan. However, the material that were brought there to work on the house was being stolen. You know, at first his mother never really want to tell him about it, because she don't want him get himself in a problem. But you know, eventually she tell him about it, and even though Garnett Silk had sworn that he was not gonna go back to that community, he did went back to the community. Yeah man, Garnet Silk go back to the community that is sore that he'd rather die before he returned to. So Garnet Silk go to the community and decide say him go defend him mother things them, you know what I mean? Because him not just allow people to take advantage of his mother like that. And that is how Garnet Silk ended up back in the community. So Garnet Silk having gone back to the community, Garnet Silk was at his mother's house. At the house with Garnet Silk was his mother, Edgar Gray, his two brothers, and a friend. So there were 5 individuals in the house. And people, contrary to what a lot of persons have been saying, based on my information from a very trusted source which will remain nameless, Garnet Silk was very, very familiar with guns and how to handle a firearm. The source did not reveal whether or not Garnet Silk was actually in possession of a firearm at the time. But at the time of the fire, there were 5 persons at the premises. So Garnet Silk, 2 half brothers, a friend, himself and his mother. The story that has been out since Garnet Silk died was that a friend was teaching him how to use the firearm, and the gun went off, shot the propane pan. The propane pan exploded and caused fire, burning down the small concrete structure house, killing Garnet Silk and his mother in the blaze. And from I've heard that story over the years, I have always said that there is something spooky about this story. It just don't sound like something add up, you get me as a people. Since I spoke about this topic in a video, you know what I mean, people, I have gotten some information from credible source. I may not be able to physically show certain things, but I have certain information that will suggest that it is possible for Garnet Silk to have been murdered in the house by somebody that was in there with him. And remember, people, in the start of the video, as we said, Garnet Silk and his relatives were not seen eye to eye, and that was the reason why he never wanted to go back to the community in the first place. So all Wagwan people, it is possible that Garnet Silk might have lost his life over property. You understand? Because as simple as we take it, you know, a lot of Jamaicans lose them life over land. You get me? I say maybe Garnet Silk build up the house for his mother, and you know it is possible for other family members to preach say, you know, say Garnet Silk build up place and he might go take over that piece of land and so on and so forth. People mind really small when it comes to land, you know what I mean, and them will do extreme things. We have seen it time and time again, where brother kill brother over land, you know what I mean, sister kill sister, uncle, you know what I mean, even father kill son, son kill father, you know what I mean, somebody even lose them life in a church over properties. It's like people don't really think logically when it comes to things like that, because people, Garnet Silk was basically in the house with only family members, with his 2 brothers, a mother and a friend. So them say somebody teach him how to use a firearm and a gun go off and hit the propane pan. Anybody with experience knows that when a bullet hits a propane pan, it does not bang explode and catch the whole place on fire. The explosion from a propane pan can cause fire, will cause a fire, but it will not just explode like it's a bomb. You understand, people? It will, the fire will start on the propane pan and then spread to other areas. So people will have a chance to escape from the premises. And that is the reason why I have always been saying that this story just never really add up to me. It never really make much sense when we look into it. So now, people, I have gotten some information, and I mean that I think is important for all the supporters of reggae music, dancehall music, and Garnet Silk supporters, the people who did really depend on Garnet Silk for entertainment. So the story that has been circulating is that the house caught on fire. Garnet Silk went back in the house to save his mother, and they both ended up dying in the fire in each other's arms. I have always been thinking that that story sound a bit off, you know. And since recently, I got some information from a very credible source that will remain anonymous. And the information is suggesting that Garnett Silk was actually murdered in the house and the place set ablaze with him and his mother. You know how it is, people. If you kill somebody's son in front of them, you know what I mean, automatically I go have a witness. So basically, they would have killed Garnett Silk and his mother in the house. And after killing both people, them set their house on fire. Because you know, say, if Garnett Silk get hurt and him dip on the ground, his mother I go automatically run, go hug him up. Remember, you know, him was our tower of strength. So once him down, you know, she go hug him up and so on. You know what I mean? She don't want him to dead. You get the message, people. So that's the reason why they were burnt. Arms in arms, you know what I mean? And his mother did actually hug him up when he died. But people, I think that this is the most interesting part of the whole information that I received, people, you know what I mean? Because the information that I got is that the autopsy report showed that Garnett Silk had possibly died from a blunt trauma to the head, as also a bullet wound to the side. You understand, people? So basically, based on what the information is saying, it seems as if Garnett Silk was actually murdered in the house, you know what I mean? But based on the fact that the house was burned down and their bodies were burned out, it is hard to actually point fingers and say, yes, this is exactly what happened, you know what I mean, people? But it cannot be ruled out because doctors know what they are saying, you know what I mean? And whenever a doctor gives an opinion, doctors are giving opinion based on their qualification as also their experience. So if a doctor is saying that it is possible for Garnett Silk to have died from a blunt trauma to the head, blunt trauma could have been caused by a rock, you know what I mean, a piece of board, anything that is not sharp, you get me I say. So you know Garnett Silk lost his life in that manner, from a blunt injury to the head. So obviously somebody knock him out and shoot him, or them shoot him, then them drop something in him head afterward, you know what I mean, people? Anyway it go, it cruel, you get me? And one of the worst part of it, the suspicion is that this could have been done by persons who are actually related to him, you know what I mean, are people very close to him. They are the ones who are most times in a position to hurt you because you are more vulnerable around those people. Garnett Silk has been dead many years now, you know what I mean, people, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, the family really need some form of closure, you know what I mean, people, because it has really messed them up. You know what I say? But in my opinion, you know, Garnett Silk was killed by the same people who he expected to be showing him love. A very sad situation. But anyway, people, that is my view on that situation as it relates to Garnett Silk. You can leave your opinion in the comment section. As also, you can like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Rastafari, I listen last to the first. Let them keep talking. Oh Lord, oh yes, hear my voice, oh God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemies. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, who will Lord, from insurrection of workers of iniquity. Let them talk, we're gonna keep them talking, they're talking. lot more coming. Let them say what they wanna say. What they do or say can't lead I astray. No, 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 no. Jah is I guide day by day. Who we love, and He's my help in every way. That's why I'm singing. Talk them talking. We're gonna keep them talking. Talk their talking. We've got a lot more coming. Talk them talking. Oh yes, I know. We're gonna keep them talking. Talk their talking. Yes, we've got a lot more coming. Let them pass on their dirty remarks. If they were dogs, then they would bark. True, them don't know them corners soon dark. Just like an old chuck, Jah is gonna put them to part. Let them talk, keep them talking. We're gonna keep them talking, talking, they're talking. We've got a lot more coming, talking, them talking. Oh yes, I know. We're gonna keep them talking, talking, they're talking. Yes. We've got a lot more coming. Yeah. Blessed be the Almighty God, ready to forgive all sins. So remember, wherever you tread, keep the Almighty within. Blessed be the Almighty God, ready to forgive all sins. So remember, wherever you go, keep the Almighty within. Rastafari. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, well. Rastafari. What's this? Nothing can divide us. Nothing separate us. Nothing can divide us. No one can stop me from loving you. Oh no, no one can stop me from loving you. No way. Cause I was born to love you. You were born to love me too. And I can't deny it. People, I love you more each minute. When you're not around, I'm so empty. All I need is you beside me. There ain't no substitute for your company. When my night is dark, you shine your light and I see clearly.